On to Sid, as in Sid Blumenthal, the unofficial State Department whisperer, whom the New York Times exposed as simultaneously sending Hillary Clinton advice emails about Libya while he was working some deals in that same country and working for the Clinton Foundation. The question from the media today at her press conference was, can you explain your relationship with Sid Blumenthal, Secretary Clinton? And I have a follow-up, harking back to the Lincoln bedroom days. Should Americans expect that if you're elected president, you'll keep your longtime pals around?
I have many old friends, and I always think that it's important when you get into politics to have friends you had before you were in politics and to understand what's on their minds. And he's been a friend of mine for a long time. He sent me unsolicited emails, which I passed on in some instances, and I see that that's just part of the give and take.
All right, she does have many old friends, but given that almost everybody in Obama world thinks Sid Blumenthal has trouble with a capital T, a lot of people in Hillary Clinton's world thinks that, why is she standing by her man in this case?
Well, boy, I mean, I know we're going to dissect the answer to the question, which is totally non-responsive, but let's just stick with Sidney Blumenthal for a minute. Shady would be a kind description of Sidney Blumenthal, but there are two things that are true about the Clintons in this area. One, they like people who work in the dark. They like that. And they like loyalty. He's been loyal to her for a long time, and they like the kind of masters of the dark arts. They have an insatiable appetite for that kind of thing. They will never lose Sidney, I don't think.
No, and he is someone who has been loyal to him. In this case, a lot of Democrats...
Done so much dirty work.
A lot of Democrats who distrusted him before, look at what he did in peddling stuff about Libya, which was in line with his business interests. Now, look, he's not the only one who did it. There are plenty of people who talk to governments of both parties, and where they've got business interests involved. But boy, this is bad news. But she stood by him absolutely today. And the question that wasn't asked about Sidney, I'm going over here. This is key. The question that wasn't asked was,
James,
did you know that he had interest? Because if she knew he had interest before Libya and she was sharing that information, bad. And if Sidney Blumenthal didn't tell her that he had business interests in Libya and he